Hi, hello friends. Welcome to Yoke Stock English. Thank you so much for supporting my videos. I just want to share some important information with you as I just received some message from my friend who is staying in US. He shared some explosive information. So I just want to share that information with you. If you are new to my channel, please kindly subscribe and give me a like. If you like the video, you can share with your friends. So I just seen some news actually. I was reading through the New York Times. So I'll share this link in the description if any of you wanted to go through. But this is really explosive news. And that's going to affect a lot of people who are in a H1, F1 or L1 or L1, no problem, but generally any other visas. So this news says IRS agrees to share migrant tax information with ICE. All these days, as per this news, actually, the undocumented people also paid the tax so far. So I'll just read it to you. I read all this article, but I just highlight some important points. So there are a narrow expectations to the prohibition on sharing tax information and the agreement. So if you see this, millions of undocumented workers pay taxes, improving the financial outlook for federal programs like Social Security. The IRS has encouraged them to submit the tax returns using the 9-digit code called an individual taxpayer identification number. Immigration activities and tax lawyers said they had long trusted the IRS would protect the confidentiality of migrants' tax information, which includes where people live and work and details about the families. That means actually undocumented people also paying the tax, but now they are planning to stop paying the tax because they are so scared in case if this IRS shares their information with this DHS so that they will be deported. But however, I dig this in a bit more and I asked ChatGPT to find out this information and give me. So what ChatGPT is telling me, the recent development where the Department of Homeland Security gains access to IRS tax data for deportation purposes. So that is interesting. Means that they are gaining this information for deportation purpose. It could be indeed have implications for immigrants, including those who might have payroll gaps. That's exactly the news that I wanted to share. Payroll gaps means if you are in a H1, for example, you work for a couple of years and you lost your job, maybe 2 months, 3 months, you're out of job. So you did not pay the tax. So you have 60 days, you can stay without paying payroll or whatever. There are some rules, right? After that, you can get back into your another job. So now that gap where you did not pay the tax, that might affect you and you will be deported. You never know if this, I mean, as per this news, if this is applicable, definitely they are planning to do that. And what this is telling us, tax filing and compliance. If an immigrant has gaps in their payroll records, meaning there are periods when they did not file taxes or show income, it could potentially raise flags for the DHS if they use this information in immigration enforcement. While tax records alone might not immediately lead to deportation, discrepancies in filing could be considered as part of an individual immigration status review. And that means that they will start reviewing your status, like are you legal, you are not legal, and why did you have a gaps, or I mean they start digging into your history. Then that may lead to your deportation. You never know. But this is very unclear at the moment. The news is just posted today, so that's what I'm just immediately sharing. Fear of filing taxes. Immigrants who are in the US without a legal status or with uncertain immigration status might be afraid to file taxes because of fear that the IRS could share their information with immigration authorities. So that means that, I mean, a recent past they have paid the tax. They allowed them to pay the tax. But now they are so scared to pay the tax because They don't have any legal status. They are undocumented immigrants. If IRS sends this information to DHS, obviously they will pass it to ICE. ICE will come and deport all these people. So that is why they are not paying. So that means they are become totally illegal. Before, at least they are paying taxes, but now at least they are not paying taxes. Deportation risks. If the IRS provides DHS with the data that shows an immigrant hasn't been consistently filing taxes or has irregular work history, it could be used as part of the border criteria to identify someone who may be subject to deportation. Who may be subject to deportation. This is the important line actually. If they find out that you have a gaps, you did not pay tax, let's say for a 6 months you did not pay the tax. Are you playing with the IRS? You claim the tax, and I'm not 100% sure how the IRS works and how they pay the tax and all these rules. But genuinely, what I can tell you is, if you are not lawfully paying the tax for the whole year, or you take any gaps, maybe 2 months or 3 months, that will lead to your deportation. I mean, as per this news. But as per the New York Times or Washington Post, that's what they are sharing. So if these people are started sharing information between them, eventually they will then pass it to the ICE. ICE will then find them and deport them. Okay, so this may affect H1, F1, any other visa holders, means all immigrants apart from the green card and US citizens, because they are permanent residents. Obviously, sometimes if they don't have work, they cannot pay tax. So any visa holder may be subject to a deportation based on this, but we don't know exactly. So I just want to share the news as what I have read in the newspaper, but I am not 100% sure what exactly happening. I just come across this news. I'm sharing as and when I read. Okay, friends, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.